Todd and I were talking a great deal about Joker as a performer and kind of performing jokes and performing songs. And it was just an idea that we were kind of playing with, but it was never intended to be part of the sequel or anything. Um, and I don't know whether that had any effect on Todd. He might not even remember it, or maybe it is part of what maybe sparked an idea. But it's really just an extension of what was happening in the first film, which there was music in that film that I think was really integral to the character and to the character's journey.
Spent time with Joaquin, I spent time with Todd, and we talked a lot about who would be the right match for Arthur. And I loved the first film so much, and the character Arthur Fleck was so special. And it's an interesting kind of like exercise, right? When you think about a woman, like who she is entirely on her own, all the complexities that you can create with someone like Lee or Harley Quinn. But then when you add Arthur into the mix and Joker, it just kind of like takes on a whole new life. Who would be Arthur's match? Who would be Joker's match? And then in the like fantasy elements of the film, there's moments where I thought a lot about what he would need at that moment. Like, what would Arthur be dreaming? Who would be the woman that is like giving him wings to, fly in this next like moment in his life?
Close your ears. Arthur's a virgin. And so I think that when he sees Lee, he has a physiological response.
I actually think that always in singing there is a connection to trying to find the truth, and I think that's true in acting as well. And I think that what we were really trying to do was steer me out of the realm of all of the things that I do as a performer and entertainer on my stage. And that made so much sense for this character because she's not me. And we were building an entirely new reality. And I don't actually only sing in that like completely naked way the whole film. There's moments in the film where the voice is much more full, and I was sort of imagining like maybe this is the moment where like Arthur's dreaming he's like bagged a babe, and she's like really going for it. But in other moments, it's kind of like Lee, maybe soothing herself, or she is like trying to find the words to defend or explain or confess something to him. So I actually really enjoyed it. It was very scary at first, and it was super hard for me, and we like spent a lot of time working on this. But once I found it, it was nice because I had a lot more to play with, because I wasn't like locked into one thing. And you used to say things to me like, no, like, is that a trick that you do? Or, like my technique, like the way that I perform, like I had to kind of turn that off at moments and just make a totally new voice.
Yeah, I witnessed it. I did. I witnessed it. It was bold, and I imagine it was scary. It was like it seemed like it was difficult. I mean, I saw you like switch from like performance to then just like something more internal, and it was really exciting when that happened in the studio. Then I think you went even further, but I glimpsed that first moment, and I thought it was really bold.
Thank you. I was very excited to work with Todd. And I actually thought that his vision for the movie was very risky and really different. And I like that. I think doing things that are a little bit scary is super rewarding and allows you to try to make something completely original. So I think that we were just trying also on set every day to help him execute his vision and give him all the various things that he would need to put it all together. The movie's super surreal, so kind of the more we gave, I think, the more that he had to work with.